All right, we have Ree here. She created Charmed by Ree, which we're going to hear about in a second. But super stoked to hear your story. From my understanding, you went from 0 to 6 figures in revenue relatively quickly when most businesses fail within the first year or two. So the guys here to introduce you to me. So I'd love to get your story. So if you don't mind, give a quick background and tell us all about it.
Well, hi, I'm Ree. I am the founder of Charm by Ree. But before I actually started the whole jewelry business, I was a lash artist. Well, I still am. That's basically called Ree Beauty. That started in 2020 in my living room apartment with roommates, which is kind of horrible because like when they're cooking and stuff, you can kind of smell it. But my clients are very forgiving, I would say. I started that as a little side hustle while I was going to school. And then I realized early on how much potential, like in the way like income, it will bring to me. So early on, I basically stopped school and then I just full swing it with a business. 2 years later, I found the jewelry and then I finally kind of like found my passion in that one. And I'm trying to scale and grow that as of currently, but still doing both at the same time.
So you dropped out of college?
I did.
Awesome. I love math. And what major were you?
I was doing dental hygiene.
Okay, dental hygiene. And when did you drop out?
I dropped out in the year after, 2021.
How many years into college were you?
I was, I would say 1 or 2 years.
Okay, got it. So you're 2 years in 1 to 2 years in college, and you say, hey, this might not be the path for me. This other path is gaining traction, and you're selling eyelashes.
I was doing lashes on people, so like individual lashes.
Okay, got it. So you're doing, sorry, for my ignorance in this. So you're doing individual lashes on people out of your apartment with roommates who are simultaneously cooking chicken or whatever else they're cooking.
It's the worst.
Okay, yeah. So this is great because the amount of people that say to me, oh, I'm going to start a business, so I first have to go and talk to an attorney, then a CPA, then do this, then do this, then do this. It's like, you just spent 6 months of effort and you don't have $1 to show for it. I'm going to assume that's not how you started. I'm going to assume you said, hey, I'm kind of into this thing. I'm going to offer it to people. Is that a fair summary?
Yeah, I would say, I feel like I backtracked it. Like how you said, like, you start with like attorneys and CPA. I kind of started first and then ask around where I can get like CPA. I don't have an attorney yet, but I don't think I need it yet. But I would say, it's more of like a backtrack thing. Because like I said, it was supposed to be a side hustle. It wasn't something that I saw that I would, grow and like actually have a career on.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think about that in the beginning. It's more of like, I had to get certified and then let's just make income.
Yeah.
That was the mindset.
So you didn't have an LLC set up, right? Yeah. So thank you for saying that because, I probably shouldn't be saying this on video, but the reality is the majority of entrepreneurs that I know, they didn't start and do it and like, they didn't execute all of the academic versions of entrepreneurship first. Because if you were to go to college and take an entrepreneurship class, they would give you this long list of prerequisites that you need to start a business. The reality is, while that might be technically true from, I don't know, a legal standpoint or from a textbook standpoint, the majority of entrepreneurs that I know, they didn't start that way at all. They just said, hey, I have this product and or service, and I want to start selling it. Business is sales. Right, when you're a small business. So you could do all of this scholastic stuff and check all of those boxes. But if you haven't made a damn sale, you do not have a business. I don't care if you have a business on paper via an LLC. If you have not made one sale, you do not have a business.
Yeah. But I would say like having all those like knowledge at that point, because I started another business, not related to beauty. When we started that business, I feel like now we kind of know what right steps should be like what right steps you should do. But yeah, starting my personal, like my main business, I didn't. It was it's pretty cool. I feel like everything just fell into place after a certain time. A lot of learning curves, a lot of like asking people around, a lot of like networking, because like I didn't grow up in this country. So like the fact like I grew up in the Philippines, and then to run your business in the Philippines is very different than running your business here.
Okay.
Over there, or you only need you go to the city hall, get a permit, and then do whatever you want. Okay. Here, there's so many legalities, just so many steps. So I had to learn that while also adapting in the whole business scene. So that was a learning curve for me.
Oh yeah. Well, let me zoom into this. How literally did you get your first client?
How did I get my first client? So just a little backstory. I moved here in 2018 from the Philippines. I was living in San Diego at the time with my family. And then I didn't move to Orange County until 2020. It was supposed to be for school. So I literally know 0 people.
You met.
I know 0 people besides my roommates at the time. So I would say my very first model was my roommate.
Okay.
That took me 4 hours to do her lashes. And it's like, it's okay if, if it takes 4 hours, but now I only take 2. But I would say my very first client is through social media. I just started posting. Even, I didn't have any content to post because, like, I would say I started. Okay, so basically you get a certification, right?
Okay.
But after I get my certification, after I learned how to do lashes, I didn't really start right away. I didn't start like months later. So while I was like, quote unquote, building, like starting it, I was already posting. I was already showing up online, social media and stuff. But I wasn't posting like, this is my lash set, this is my work. I was posting more of like the behind the scenes. I was posting like, come go to Target with me and like buy some stuff and like decorate my little room, stuff like that. So I would say when I was building my social media, which is my main platform right now, which is Instagram, when I was building Instagram, I feel like people are seeing me like show up, even without lash sets. The moment that I posted my model pricing, like basically on sale, I'm like, hey, I'm trying out this, blah, blah. People just started booking it. And they don't even know me at all. Like I don't have any mutuals. I did not buy mutuals. They just saw me on Instagram. They kind of like followed the journey in a sense. And then next thing you know, us booking, like I'll post my schedule today. I'll be fully booked tomorrow. That's how fast the cash grew.
And this is obviously in-person bookings.
Oh,
or no?
No, they just book it online, like
Okay, so
through Instagram.
Teach me about what the service is then.
So it's basically lash extensions. So it's like this. So you basically glue individual lashes to people's eyelashes.
Right.
And then they book a set with you, and then it takes about 2 hours, 2.5.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So they have to physically come to you, not to do the booking, but like to actually go and so this is fascinating. So you started social media campaigns essentially.
Basically, but very organic though. I'm not running ads. At that time in like 2020, I think ads does exist, but it's not as big as it is now. Okay. So everything that I've done so far till this day is very organic, I would say. Like 50%.
Okay, so you start posting social media, organic content, and it went out there into the world.
Yeah.
But more importantly, it reached local people.
Right.
That then said, "Oh, hey, I want to do that thing." Was there any special trick that you used to get like to like the local geography? I just know nothing about this stuff, so I'm fascinated.
So, I don't think it applies now on how, because like Instagram's algorithm changes consistently. I would say every single month. But at the time when I first started in 2020, they tell us like, put your location on. And like when I put location, I don't just put Anaheim because I used to live in Anaheim. I just put like, I'll tag like the local, like Starbucks, or like I'll tag like certain like restaurants and stuff. I would say I kind of still went indoors. Like, for example, I'll go to Starbucks, I'll give the girl like my business card, referral sort of thing. But I would say 95% of people that book me found with their Instagram.
Wow.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, at that time, it's mostly like Reels already exists. So like, I don't have any like work to show people, but I'll do like the lip syncings. Yeah. I'll do like whatever's trendy, and then they see that, oh, she does lashes, let me follow her. And then eventually kind of got the ball rolling from there.
To the point where literally you'd say, "Hey, I've got a schedule open," and now your schedule's booked. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it just happened.
Yeah, and so and the great thing is that you're so smiley about it, but like, there's a lot of hustle behind that, right? A lot of people like, while we are talking about it, it might be easy for the audience to say like, "Oh, that was super simple." It's like, yeah, but simple's not easy. Most people don't do it, right? It requires consistency. Consistency is very hard to sort of like observe, right? Unless you're going to be there seeing that consistency every day. So walk me through the economics if you don't mind. So if you don't mind sharing, what does one pay for eyelashes?
When I first started, I was charging like a full set, which is the most expensive one, like $60.
Okay.
But now I charge $150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had the guts to increase your prices along the way. Outstanding. Absolutely love it. It's one of the best ways to increase the value of business, to increase the price. Most people don't want to increase the price because it's uncomfortable. Exactly. So you went from 60 to now you're at 150. Outstanding. Okay. And then you kept doing that. Your schedule's booked up. Then what happens from there? Do you bring on other specialists or you just stay you?
As of the moment, that was the main goal eventually, like open my whole salon and like, have like different people working. But then the jewelry happened.
Okay. Tell us about that.
The jewelry happened. So I realized being solo as a lash tech is not as bad. I have my own little studio in Orange and it works, the jewelry happened and I feel like I need to focus on that more. So the whole idea of like having a salon, having people working under me kind of it became the back burner of things. And I don't mind that because early on I realized that running your own salon is a whole business of its own. And when I like talked to like my peers, like some like friends who have their own salon, some of them regretted it. Some of them loved it. But I feel like the more I hear stories from people, I realize maybe it's not for me. And I'm really glad that the jewelry kind of surfaced. And then now I actually love what I do.
So now talk to us about the jewelry. Like if you were selling me on it or whoever you would say, like what's the sales pitch?
Basically, I do permanent jewelry. It's kind of like this.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kyle has got some permanent jewelry back there.
Oh, yay. Represent it. Yeah. So permanent jewelry is basically a jewelry without a clasp. So the whole idea of it is that we have a chain. You pick whatever chain you want, add some terms if you want to, and then we weld it on you. So the whole idea is like you're basically linked forever. So we got a lot of couples doing, permanent jewelry of each other. Our popular one, I would say, is each other. Like they get each other's birthstones. So it's kind of like personalized. Yeah, or like initials and stuff. I get a lot of mom and daughters, a lot of girls in a friend group will get permanent jewelry. It serves as like I always say it's a version of an adult friendship bracelet. Like some of these bracelets are like me and my friends kind of like, so I would say it's that. It's like a very fashionable adult friendship bracelets.
Love it. Yeah. Okay, so now you still have two businesses.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm assuming the jewelry business is now overtaking from a revenue perspective, time perspective, otherwise resource allocation perspective. What's the current state of that business?
That business and money-wise, like number-wise, or just...
Whatever you're willing to share. Right.
After this, I would say we're projecting like 6 figures again for this year. The lashes, I would say it used to be my main one, but now it's kind of, I would say it's making less, which I'm not mad about. It's still something that I'm passionate about. I love the lash industry, so it's something that I just personally don't want to leave yet. I also sell lash products, by the way. So I sell lash products to actual lash artists. So I do private labelings for those.
Fascinating. Okay. You're a little mogul. I'm a big fan.
I'm trying.
Have you ever seen the movie Joy?
No.
I haven't either, but it was just recommended to me by somebody who was in that seat not too long ago. And this lady, she's a killer, right? The person who we interviewed, her media name is Chef Mariah. Or Maria, I think Chef Maria. Outstanding, but basically came up from scratch, single mom, all that stuff, and just absolutely killed it. But she recommended this movie called Joy, which was about basically, I think, like another pitch woman, if that makes sense, like built her brand up from scratch. It's on my list to watch with Jennifer Lawrence, I believe, the movie.
I'll watch that.
Oh, yeah. So where do you go from here? What's the mission from here?
Wow. I would say scaling it. As of the moment, I know that I would love to work more on my business, not in the business. So I would say next steps would be growing the team. As of the moment, I have 1-2 employees, but they're very part-time. So yeah, I would say growing the business in terms of expanding the team and hopefully get another location.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's the next step for me.
And then what is the big vision for you personally? Why are you doing all this?
Oh, we're asking about my whys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. That's the nitty-gritty of all of this. I always say that your whys are the most important things because, every single day that I wake up, it's a lot of decision making. What am I going to do today? Right. But there are days where you get a lot of bad days where you're I don't even want to work. I don't even want to, I just want to watch Netflix at home, Yep. But I would say my main whys are my parents. I always say if I can retire them tomorrow, I would retire them right away. That's my main goal is helping them and helping my family in the Philippines. Maybe sending some cousins like college because like
Awesome.
so that's my main why is why I'm trying to, I would say, not just scale but like be a better version of as an entrepreneur and like as a person, but also for my future family. You know, like I want to be more present. Like my mom was always present like to us growing up, but I also want to be present for them, whoever my future kids are. But at the same time, like not work as much. I love working. I'm a workaholic. But I know that the rate that I'm going at now, it's not possible to build a family on that. So I feel like I'm in a season of like just grinding.
Yeah.
And then eventually, hopefully I'm able to like, my main goal is like for the business to run an autopilot. Like it will still run without me being physically there. But as of the moment, it's just not happening in the near future.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're super impressive. So just out of curiosity, I'm Filipino as well.
You are.
I am, yeah. What yeah, we got the whole Filipino squad here, the whole team. Yeah. What island is your family from?
Well, Luzon, but like we're from I grew up in Batangas.
Okay. I don't know what that means. So yeah. I'm like the worst Filipino ever. Yeah. And my family didn't teach me anything about the Philippines. I think my family, where did I say, is from Cebu?
Cebu.
Yeah, Cebu.
Okay, I love Cebu.
So your parents now live here.
Yes, they're in San Diego.
Okay. And your goal is to help, first and foremost, to retire them. And then also help family back in the Philippines, which is awesome. Perhaps send some cousins to college, etc. But then also to build, right, like a kingdom for your future family.
Yeah, a little empire.
100%. I love it. Yeah. That I have found, I'm sure you have found the same thing, right? Like going off of your why is like 95% of the game, right? The 5% strategy, tactics, etc., that all stems from the iceberg under the water of the why. And then it's just about figuring out the logistics. So you will absolutely be able to keep on scaling like you have. I will say that there are, how do you say this? There's inflection points with a business where you can learn the next steps. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I got to bring on the next person to do this. I got to train this person to do that, right? Those are the tactics and the strategies. The hard part, though, at a certain level, is the philosophy and the emotion around it. Like, okay, I'm going to get to the next level, but oh shit, I got to spend $100,000 on that person to do it, or whatever it is, $100,000 on those two people, that team, or what, like, that's the hard part, right? Because anybody can learn the logistics, but it's very few can stomach, right? Like each level. But when you can contrast that pain, that potential pain with the pain of poverty, right? It's like, oh, well, this is easy relative to that. That's why true killers are born out of like absolute poverty. 100%. Yeah. Because it's like, have you ever seen the movie Batman with Bane? Have you guys seen Batman with Bane? Yeah. Great quote. And yeah, it's a total guy movie. So,
Batman.
Yeah. Okay. So Batman's fighting this guy Bane. He's like the supervillain. And, at one point, Batman essentially turns off the lights, right? And this guy Bane was like, oh, he's like, you think darkness scares me. He's like, I was born in the darkness. You adopted it. These are very different things, right? Like I'm comfortable with the lights off. When you came from poverty, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm willing to ask you for the sale because most people probably feel rejection pain from that. Well, I don't care because you say no. I'm still better off than where I started from. Do you know what I mean? So it's all upside.
Yeah.
You relate to that?
Nothing. Yeah. I came from nothing. I feel like growing up in the Philippines, I feel like I would say middle class only because my dad was working here and he was able to send us money. But I came from nothing.
Yeah.
So I feel like as an immigrant too, like coming here, I feel like I always had that one shot of just like doing it. And so I had this opportunity that not a lot of people that are like me have. So I'm just taking it. I'm just embracing it and just going full send.
Yeah. If somebody says, well, hey, I want to have as much, like, I want to have the guts that Ree does, and I want to be able to quit my current job or perhaps drop out of college because I know this is better path for me. What guidebook would you give them?
Or what I tell them?
Yeah.
So this is actually what I tell all my students. I also teach, by the way. I teach people how to start their business and do permanent jewelry.
Okay.
Yes. So
awesome.
I always tell them this. I can teach you everything that I know. I can teach you the A to Z's. But one thing that I cannot teach is motivation and grit. That's something that it has to come from within. I've had students who just gave up after because they're like, actually, this is not for me. I also know a lot of lash techs or lash artists who didn't pursue it because it became hard and like they went back to the 9 to 5, which is not a bad thing. I commend those people, but it's just not for me. But one thing I would tell them versus I need to figure out like what's the purpose behind it, because it's so easy to say I want to make money. You can make like. We live in a world, I was talking to one of my friends about this, how we live in a generation where making money is actually easier. Like, there's so many ways. There's so many ways to make income. So when people say, I don't have money, I was like, you're just lazy. But, but I would say you need to find the purpose behind it.
Yeah.
But I would say the most important thing is the why. It's like, why are you doing it besides the money part? But after that, like, what is the purpose? Like, why are you doing this beyond the money, like, scene, you know?
Because you're saying like, hey, basically make sure there's enough of a reason so that when you do jump ship, like you have enough rocket fuel to keep you going through the hard times. And I think it's really important because I also think it's important to recognize probably 8 times out of 10, if I were to see a college student or somebody who's saying, hey, I want to quit my job and start my business, probably 8 times out of 10, if I were to actually interview them, I would actually advise that they don't do it. Because really what they're doing is they think they're just picking like an easier path because the path that they're on they don't like, right? But for that 2 out of 10, where I do think college slows people down or their current job slows them down, then I would say, yeah, go out and start on your own. Now, you could also, right, like depending on the field, let's say like my field, finance, I would never recommend anybody drop out of college and then try to run to build a financial firm. First of all, I don't know that you're allowed to. I don't know. You are definitely not allowed to do that in certain financial like subcategories because you need a degree to do it. You need certifications to do it. But in other fields that don't require those certifications and/or degrees, then that person, in order for me to give them like the green light, like yeah, just jump ship and go and do your thing, they'd have to have the motivation and grit, right? And there have to be like an X factor. Right. Do you know what I mean? Right? Like you could be really motivated and real gritty, but if you're a knucklehead and you don't know how to solve problems, right? Like you're just going to keep on running into walls. Right. So you have to have a certain amount of, I wouldn't call it IQ. I wouldn't call it EQ. I'll call it XQ. Just a certain amount of, I'm making that up on the spot, right? You have to have a certain amount of XQ to be able to navigate business. Right. Would you agree with that?
I would, because I would say like, for me, I take risks. You cannot be an entrepreneur without taking risks. Yeah. But I've learned recently that it has to be calculated risk. I've taken a lot of risks in the past where it's like, I'll just do it. Yeah. Yeah. I've gotten this far. Let me just do it. But now I feel like I'm more intentional. And I'll share my word this year for 2025. I'm more intentional in what I do. Not just the business wise, like relationships, like everything in life. Because I feel like I've had so many expensive learnings in the past that I'm like, you know what? I need to start actually like thinking like strategy wise. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you willing to share any of those expensive learnings?
Ooh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Where do we start? Let me listen now. Yeah. Expensive learnings. Okay, maybe not money wise, but expensive in terms of, because I consider time as luxury. Mm-hmm. So, expensive in a way of I was juggling so many things at once. Last year, I had 3 businesses running it all at once to the point of burnout. I know this is not your question, probably, but I would say to the point of like, I call it the great burnout of 2024. Okay. Right. And it's a bad timing because it happened in Q4, which we all know. You hustle hard in Q4.
Yeah, the holidays and so on.
Exactly. So I was running 3 businesses at once, and it was, it became my downfall, I would say. But I'm a person who's like an overachiever. It's like if you tell me I can't do it, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And I'll do it. I'll do the opposite way. So, I would say the reason why I said it's expensive luxury because I realized that the success is in the boring. I didn't realize that. So success is in the boring. It's the repetitiveness that you keep doing something over and over again, and then you just perfect it until you're like the master of it. Oh yeah. So I would say that. By the way, closed down a 3rd business. You what? We closed down a 3rd business.
Love to hear that. Yeah.
But anyways, that is one of the expensive learning. Like, don't juggle everything at once. And I would say, technical wise, like financial wise, I hired a social media manager last year, which is good. It's really good for like business, especially like if I want to delegate, because I'm like, oh, I need to expand my team. Delegation is the way, blah, blah, blah. But what I realized is that I wasn't giving her much time to kind of like lead her. At some point, I was kind of just relying on her, like, just do your thing. You know what to do. But I feel like with the right direction and right leadership, we would have grown that, like, that business side more.
Yeah.
So it was expensive, but obviously I had to spend money on her. Also, don't start businesses if you feel like you have a lot up on your plate.
Yeah.
That.
Do you mind if I give you commentary? Yeah. But you totally cut this out if you don't.
Oh, go, please.
So I want to try to riff off of there because I'd love when like business owners share ideas and so on. Mm-hmm. So if you were my sister, what I would tell you is like, well, tell me this. What is the next big milestone in revenue for you?
I want to say 1 million, but I'm going to be real about.
Yeah, so, don't you downshift it. We're going for...
Okay, we're aiming for seven figures. Yeah. Seven figures then.
So $1 million. When I hear somebody tell me that they have multiple businesses, I know I would put money down that it slows them down to that $1 million revenue. For sure. Right? Because in our brains, like we've got like entrepreneurial ADD. I've got it too. Right? It's like, oh, well, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. And so I'll share with you a model that I use in my head. Right? So... when you come from poverty, yeah, any money's good money. Because you're like, wow, look, money, that's a crazy concept. And I can eat, right? But then we have to start to change the calibration mechanism and the contrasting mechanism. So it's like, okay, well, now that I could do this, then I could do this, I could do this. So a certain amount of like tasting is required, right? I'll go take this job, I'll take this job, I'll do this job, I don't care, right? Because I'm trying to get to like critical mass of just some level of like homeostasis income. But then we have to trade that good money for better money. And that's hard, right? Because it's like, I kind of have to let go of this over here if I want the better one. But then as you scale in entrepreneurship, what I have found is it's more about like, it's easy to sacrifice bad money for good money. That's an easy trade. Oh, that's bad money, don't want it, right? That client stinks, don't want them, etc. Super hard to trade good money for great money. Gets a little harder. The hardest is great money for best money. That's hard because usually best money, right? Best money clients, best money projects, best money, etc. It almost comes in waves. It's not oftentimes consistent. So you actually have a great money opportunity and there's currently no best money opportunity. And you're like, oh, well, I'll take this because I don't have a best money opportunity. But it's like, it's kind of, it's like, well, you have to forego this.
Yeah.
You have to say, hey, to that date, you seem like a really great person, right? But I have a feeling you're not a best money date, right? So even though I don't have a best money over here, I've got to tell you to like, we got to part ways. Super hard. I can tell you I've been through that multiple times in iterations and it's still not easier, right? To be honest. But every time I do it, I come out better on the other side. 100%. So I'll leave you with that. Plus, have you ever heard of the monkey and the banana? Right? Like, okay, so imagine like there's a caged monkey and he wants to get out of the cage, but he's also holding on to a banana outside of the cage on the other side, right? And it's like, well, the door's open, bro. You can leave, but you have to drop the banana that's holding you back from getting through the cage. Does that make sense? And that's really hard. That's why most businesses stay at a couple $100,000 in revenue if they ever get there, right? They're not willing to drop the banana to get on the other side.
Would you say, like, for someone like as a small business, you would highly recommend for them to just like stick with one,
100%,
and grow it?
Yeah. Now, I'm not opposed to the dabbling in the beginning because you got to get a feel for it. There's a difference, like, of riding a bike and reading about riding a bike. It's like, oh, I want to do lashes. Oh, I want to do jewelry, whatever that is. You have to like get a visceral feel for it. But then once you've gotten that, yeah, like you kind of have to like, divorce one of those in my view. Now, that's why I like monetary goals. If it's more of like, hey, I just want to do what I love every day, that's great. That's totally cool. That's totally an option. But put it this way, outside of Elon Musk, I don't know, not that I know Elon personally. I met his wife and, I'm sorry, his mother and his sister one time.
I've been in his car.
You've been in his car?
Tesla.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see in that. So outside of like extreme anomalies like that, I don't really know of any serial entrepreneurs that are doing it at the same time. if that makes sense. I literally know two of their partners, and they're the exceptions, not the rules. And I know our clients' actual net worth. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can see them financially naked versus a lot of people out there in the internet world. It's like, oh, I literally saw this video not too long ago. The guy was like, it's my goal to own 10,000 businesses. I'm currently at 557. And I was like, this dude is a snail oil salesperson. That's dumb. That is a dumb statement because he's using that as a vanity metric for wealth. I would almost guarantee you that guy is broke or nowhere near the level of wealth that he's applying.
So the thing is, like, I wish someone just told me that when I first started. You know what?
That's why we have these conversations.
You know what? Whenever I ask for advice for people about like starting multiple businesses at once, they will always tell me that just to stick with one.
Yeah.
But like I said, I like to go against the odds.
Yeah.
But it was, like I said, it's also a crazy learning experience that, I mean, not like you shouldn't. It's more of like, see what your bandwidth is. Like, can you actually do that? Like, I feel like if you have a team, if I have a bigger team that can run it, like the Kardashians are doing it. They have multiple businesses. But they have a team. Yeah. They have multiple people. My team is just me. So I'm literally spreading myself too thin. So that was a big learning lesson.
Well, but also here's the thing. Like, and that I'm so happy you said this. Because oftentimes we look at the anomalies, right? It's like, well, there's a lot of difference between you and I and Kim Kardashian, right? Like, they were gifted basically fame right out of the gate. You can go and I don't know much about them, so this is not me talking garbage, but like, I have a very funny feeling that most celebrities, when they say, oh yeah, like, this is my business, BS, you teamed up with a business. Yes, but you're a marketing talking head is what you are, right? Like, you know, and I'm not saying that from an insulting perspective. I'm saying that more to course correct entrepreneurs like you and I who are trying to follow that playbook. It's like, they're probably not even doing the playbook that you think they are.
Right.
And then in addition to that, like, you also don't know the counterfactual, meaning, what if Kim Kardashian did only focus on one business? Mm-hmm. Who's to say she wouldn't be worth billions more, right? Because at the end of the day, when you gave your example, like, hey, well, if I have a team, then I could run multiple things. So it's like, or you could take both of those teams, combine them into one, and stay in that lane. Yeah. I'm a very firm believer. I've only done finance for 20 years. I can tell you from experience, and this is not a brag, it gives me unbelievable advantages. Unbelievable. Because they're just things that you learn at mile 5 and then learn at mile 10 and 20 and 30 and mile 100 versus most of the population, they dabble. So it's like a lot of my competitors now are coming in and they've got like a year's worth of experience. I'll crush them because it'd be unreasonable for me not to, right? Like, if I've learned for 20 years and they've only learned for a year, it doesn't matter how slick they are. They just don't have certain information, right? And that is going to be true across every single industry that I know about. Yeah. So let me ask you this, right? Like, and as proof to this, if we look at like a big aspirational brand, can you name a jewelry company that produces 100x your goal?
Ooh. A jewelry company that produces 100x money.
So your goal is $1 million. Right? Is there a jewelry company out there that makes $100 million in revenue? Kyle, can you search that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I can tell you for sure there is.
Yeah. But for sure there is. Like, I mean, if I'm gonna name like big brands, I've been Clee, you know.
I don't even know what that is.
Tiffany.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, there is for sure.
Yeah. How much revenue did Tiffany's produce last year? I'm just curious.
I am curious now.
Yeah. It's billions of dollars. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when Kyle gets us that information, we're like,
15 million?
15 bill?
10 million.
$15 billion.
Billion?
Billion.
With a B.
With an M.
With a B.
Oh, B.
With a B, right? So that's when there's so much meat on the bone, right? So you're at 6 figures of that journey now. Tiffany's is at 15 billion. There's so much space there for you to take up. Do you know what I mean? The hard part though is like not getting distracted by things that like we want to do. Those are called hobbies. Yeah.
Like
It's hard, right? Like, but
it's still hard.
Yeah. So, but and that's where I'm here, like kind of fighting your corner. your goal is very similar to mine. My goal, as I say to the guys all the time, is I want to change my family tree, period. And I would like to help others do the same. So I've got to slap my hand off the cookie jar when I want to do these other things. It's like, well, what's more important, that I get the joy, the brief joy, the dopamine hit of like dabbling in this other thing and being a rookie at it? Or do I get the long-term dopamine of really actually accomplishing the goal? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know if it's my generation of like, we are so satisfied with the instant gratification thing. Yeah. I feel like I can start any business. Because like I've done it. I've done the nitty-gritty. I've done like the hard part, like the hard part of starting a business that I can just duplicate that process.
Yep.
But I think for me, where I'm stuck on is I got from point A to B, but now I couldn't go to point C because I don't know what else to do. So now what I do is I shift my view of like, oh, maybe I can go back to a point A, but like something else. That's their problem. Not gonna lie.
No, great. That's why these conversations are amazing, right? Like we very rarely get time as entrepreneurs to talk like in the back locker room of like, hey, what play's working for you? What's not working for you? Yeah, I mean, what you're experiencing is a very human pattern. Hey, I learned how to beat the video games up to level 3, but level 3 is a real bitch, right? Like, so you know what? I got to keep on trying, or I go and try another video game because I know how to beat like video games up to level 3. But what you will find is you go operate in different business, you're going to get stuck at the same level that you jumped from 2 years prior. Guaranteed. Yeah. So, but I also think it's a good thing because most people, as you get to the next level, just more and more people drop out. Which is why I only have a handful of percentage-wise businesses that are making billions of dollars. Yeah,
that's true. Not everyone's doing. Yeah.
What are you getting stuck on? Like, let's say if you had to articulate.
I'm getting stuck on just like growing, like scaling it.
Sure.
Like, how do I go? Like I said, like how do I go from 6 figures to 7? Because I know that the methods and the tricks that I've done to go to 6 figures, it's not the same tricks that I need to do to like scale it to 7.
Can I push you on the other?
Yeah.
Right. How do you know it's not just doing more?
Doing more of what?
Like, what's the indicator when you say, hey, because I know it sounds good, right? Fortune cookie wisdom, love it, right? I give fortune cookie wisdom all the time, right? I think there's a right time and a place to say, hey, what got you here will not get you there. But I'm not convinced yet on your side if you can push against me. So what's the actual bottleneck to making more revenue?
What is the actual bottleneck?
Yeah. So if I said, hey, go and make another $100,000 in revenue, what, as you're thinking in your mind, like, what stops you?
What can I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to do it. I just
Tell us. Share with the class.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, right, there you go.
It's a lot of work
Sure.
to do that. But I would say right now I haven't even dabbled into the whole e-commerce part of jewelry.
Okay.
As of the moment where I'm very service-based.
Okay.
I call it service-based because we have to do it on the client.
Okay.
So I haven't done the whole just online.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
So the whole e-commerce part of it is like where I source products and then sell it.
Okay.
Which I've been doing e-commerce, and that's why I feel like I can dabble into it and convert it to the jewelry side.
Got it. Okay. Where, if you don't mind me asking, and tell me to shut up whenever you want.
Okay.
If we're looking at, right, like your profit and loss statement.
Okay.
Let's break down your products. So how many products do you offer and or services?
Okay. So with the whole jewelry, I have the permanent jewelry where we actually do it on the client. Can do a bracelet, anklets, necklaces, rings. I teach people, which is actually a good revenue for me.
Okay. So we got jewelry.
Trainings.
Okay. And then we've got trainings.
Jewelry, trainings, and basically events. Because I do like pop-ups, like markets.
But what are you selling there?
Same thing, permanent jewelry.
Okay, cool. So that's just a marketing mechanism to sell.
Yes, but like in a different location.
Yeah, that's okay. So essentially you offer two things. Jewelry.
Yes.
And training.
And a couple of retail. I would say you can add the third one.
But what are you selling at the retail?
So we call it the charm bar, where basically people, you can do bag charms and they select each charm individually. It's basically custom ones. Okay. So we do a lot of customizable things for people. Okay. So I would say we call it charm bar, custom charm bar. They make their own bag charms, necklaces, bracelets, but they pick their own charms for it.
Now, that's different than the initial jewelry that you sell.
That's different. Okay. Two different things.
Okay, so we've got the jewelry, we've got the training.
And then the charm bar.
Right? I'm assuming you're doing the training.
Yes, I am.
Do you get any subsequent revenue after you train them one time?
Like from that person, same person?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
It's like a
got
one-time thing.
Got it. So you're just they're taking a class from you.
Class, yeah. One day class and then.
Okay.
Yes.
Percentage-wise, I don't need numbers, but percentage-wise, right, what is giving you the biggest revenue?
Trainings is a bigger bulk. It's a bigger chunk of it.
Okay.
I would say you can do 40, 40, 20.
Okay, so 40% jewelry.
I would actually do 50, 40, 10.
So 50% jewelry.
50% trainings, 40% jewelry, and then 10 charm bar. I think that's a good
Okay, got it. Okay.
division.
And then okay, so we've got 40% jewelry, 50% training, 10% charm bar. Where's your highest margin?
The training.
Okay.
Because
So it's just you
I do both in person in my studio plus online. So it's basically a digital course, which I know I can scale more.
So margin on money, right? Mm-hmm. It's obviously going to be the training because it's just there's no cost of goods sold, right? So except
no, I mean, there's some like what do you call that? Like I need to spend some money on the kids, but like but it's pennies percentage wise. Okay. Whereas the jewelry, right? There's obviously the cost of the raw material. So how's your margin there, roughly speaking? From 60 to 70.
So okay, got it. So okay, and then how about the charms?
I would say 40 to 50.
Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay. So all right. And then now the margin on time.
Margin on time. No one has asked me that before.
Yeah. So there's no margin on your time, right? Because you have to spend 100% of the time when you're teaching.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Unless my assistants are doing the selling.
Good question. Yeah. Are they currently doing that?
Yes. Not with the trainings. Trainings just solely me.
Yeah, you're only doing the training.
Yes.
Exactly. Right. Now that's 50% of your overall revenue, and the jewelry is 40%, and you have super solid margins, right? I would say you could probably increase that in a way. I would have to look into your branding and so on. Got it. Okay. And how, if you don't mind me asking, what's the marketing funnel for each one of these things?
Like, how do I market them?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is organic social media.
So including the trainings?
Yeah.
Okay,
everything is, I have literally had people fly to me to take my trainings.
Really?
Yeah, I've had students from, like, Hawaii, they fly in. Like, I have a student, like, Colorado, they fly to see me, but I also do travel trainings, which I haven't done this year.
Yeah.
I literally go to a state, let's say Chicago, I've been to 10, Chicago.
Yeah.
Hawaii, New York, Nebraska. I don't even know why I'm in Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then I do trainings there.
And this is training in person?
In person, yes.
Always?
Always, yes. The online training happened. It started this year in February.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Okay, and then, so you're just one and done?
Yeah.
What do you charge for training, if you don't mind me asking?
It starts at $1,500.
$1,500. Holy smokes. Okay, what are you training them on?
The whole business.
So how to start their own...
This.
Okay.
And how to start it. And yeah.
Absolutely love it. Okay. How many trainings did you do in the last week? How frequently are you doing the trainings?
Okay, so for September, I have 4 bookings.
Okay.
August,
and roughly how many students?
Like 4 students.
Oh, so you're teaching one-on-one?
Yes, but it's 2 in 1 sometimes.
Okay.
Per day.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of leverage to be had there.
Yes.
Now, you told me you're only selling these people and you're doing one class and then that revenue stream's done with that person.
Right. Unless they buy from me.
Okay. And is there anybody that buys from you?
Like product-wise, yeah. I have some students, but I give them a whole vendor list. They're not they're not stuck with just buying from me. Okay. They can also buy from other people, like other companies.
Okay. How would you feel about just spitballing here? Mm-hmm. Like, how would you feel about you becoming the sole vendor?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find suppliers, but that's the hardest part.
Got it. Okay, so that's your bottleneck is finding suppliers to then
being a wholesaler for those people, because I understand. Like, I was also training with the whole lashes, and I was selling the products they were buying from me. I trained them with my products, and then they buy my product.
100%.
So I understand that, but the hardest part is like finding legitimate suppliers, and they're all mostly overseas, but like finding good quality ones.
Well, but you currently get your supplies from somewhere.
Correct.
So I'm just spitballing here. So it's $1,500. And when you open up a class, does it set, like, how many spots would you like to fill up?
For my travel trainings, about 6 to 8. I've trained over 140 now.
Okay. How about in a group setting?
Yeah, that's the group setting. So the group setting is that's the travel one. So like 6 to 8. My most one was in Hawaii. There's like 10 people.
Okay.
Yeah. But here in my studio, I just limit 2. It's more of like intimate.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about on digital?
I think I have only 10 for now. Because what I realized, because the reason why I started the online training was because I realized people are flying in. But if you take the online training, you don't have to fly in. You just do it at your home. But then what I realized after launching it, people still want to fly to see me. They still want to take that training in person. So it defeats that purpose, but I still sell it because some people don't have the means to fly to California. So,
100%.
but yeah, they like the in-person training.
Can I throw an idea out there?
No, please.
I would be curious what would happen if you actually had more of a value ladder situation. So it's like entry level first is the 1,500 online. That's like your 101 curriculum, right? Then if you want to escalate from there, right, come out and see me in person, right? And I'd probably make it semi-private first, like this is group-based in person. Then it's like, okay, well, that's going to be $3,000, right? But that's your 102 level, right? And then it's like, if you literally like want me to like actually, if you want access to me, right, for the first 6 months, so that because, hey, doesn't matter how much I teach you, I could spend 100 hours with you right now. But when you're actually out there in like hand-to-hand combat, you're going to have all these questions, right? So you can join our group, our team, right? Where on a monthly basis or weekly basis, we have like office hours with me. You bring all of your problems. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I actually do that. So a part of my training is that they have an ongoing mentorship. So sometimes I'll FaceTime my students, like if they have questions. Yeah. It's like part of the training.
Okay.
Of what they pay for, basically.
Yeah. So I'd be curious what would happen if you unbundled that, right? And then upsold it as like a premium tier. Because what I'm hearing right now is you are you're grouping all of the buyers with different socioeconomic and motivational levels. I could tell you for me, I am 100% always on the top buyer list because I want to win. So, but if you were to bundle me into like the group of like the people are like kind of dabbling in this, then what you just did was you underpriced me, right? I'm not kidding, right? And Kyle could probably attest this. Like, I am willing to spend 10 times the amount of money for the superior coaching, right? Right. I don't want to be bundled in with everybody else. And by the way, it's literally 10 times. I think you might be shocked, is my guess, of like, you could probably, there's a certain number here. You could probably get somebody to pay you $20,000, $35,000, $100,000 somewhere in that ballpark.
That.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
If you're actually giving them like the keys to the castle of what you've built, and they could get started, you get to save them the time and the battle scars.
I always tell them that. Like, I didn't learn through training. I learned it by myself. But taking that 1-day course plus having a mentor, literally, you cut corners. I believe that, like, to be successful, speed is important.
100%.
The faster you fail, the faster you succeed.
Yeah.
But, like, some people don't understand efficiency.
Yeah.
So if I can figure it out, okay, figure it out. But, like,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. And for those people, that's okay. Like, you just go back and I'll see you back here in 3 years when you failed 100 times, right? Or you were successful. Amazing. Maybe one day I'm learning from you. So it's all good. Why I could totally see the value of having a retail dojo, right? Like, hey, I'm teaching you and I'm still running this thing, right? Super valuable. Why the charms?
The charm bar?
Yeah.
It's really popular. So actually, I did it last year at OC Fair, but I kind of took it away in a sense because I realized I wasn't happy with the suppliers that I have. Okay. So this year, bag charms are really a thing. You know, like the Labubus, like those are bag charms.
I've heard of these things. I have no idea what they are.
Okay, so like a little... Show me a picture.
Can you give me a Labubu, please?
I wish I had it on the bag, but... Okay, I should have...
My birthday's in February. It's a little stuffed animal?
Yeah.
That's a Labubu?
Yes.
Okay.
So those are...
Expensive. Yeah. Like, what's a Labubu cost?
You know what? You can actually sell that and like literally have like 60-70% of margin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for a stuffed animal.
Yes, but it's a thing now.
It's a thing now.
It's a thing.
Okay.
So bag charms.
How big are these things?
I don't sell that. I sell jewelry bag charms.
Okay.
The whole point of what I'm trying to say is that
Okay, got it.
bag charms is a thing.
Okay, got it.
Not the little boost.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it is, but so basically, people love bag charms. Okay, the main who's doing it? Coach.
Okay.
Coach is a bag brand,
Okay.
and they sell the bag, but like they actually have on the side as like a retail thing where they sell the actual charms too.
Okay.
But obviously, it's Coach, so they sell it for pricey.
Yeah.
They sell it pricier. So for me, it's like a bag charm and you customize your charms. People love customized stuff. So when it's personalized for them, they're like, oh, this is like I don't know, like ocean theme.
Yeah.
So that's what they buy from me. Is like the actual the bag charm plus the charms.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the reason why, they really asked me why.
Yeah. You're doing great. You're crushing it.
The reason why I added it is because I realized, at OC Fair, my booth fees is a lot. And I know if I only sell permanent jewelry, it won't be enough. I mean, it's good revenue, but it's not enough because not everyone wants permanent jewelry. I needed some sort of like, in a way, diversion. Like, what else can I add from this? So bag charms happen. And then, I mean, basically that. The reason why I added it is because people, first of all, it's trendy. Second, people love customized stuff. Third, I needed something else besides the permanent jewelry. It's my moneymaker, I would say, but the bag charms is more of like, it's a good add-on. And what I love about it is when I posted on TikTok, one of the videos kind of gained traction from it. What I realized, because last year when we were at the fair, I was solely relying from people passing by my booth. Because no one knows me. Like, there's so many vendors and stuff.
Yeah.
People walk around everywhere. But this year, because of that one video, people are actually looking for my booth.
At the OC Fair.
Yes. This is a flex, not gonna lie. But
Do it.
People
See those biceps, man. Let's have it.
Someone found me through ChatGPT. You know how crazy my mind was blown. She literally searched like, where can I get permanent bracelets at OC Fair? ChatGPT said, Charm by Reed. This is how you find her.
Yeah.
Build a map.
Yeah.
Like, she's right here.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is?
It's awesome.
Like, I know ChatGPT is my best friend, but
Yeah.
I didn't think that it would help me with business. So
Yeah.
I gained a couple of business from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, what I realized too is like having some sort of diversion because now the price range of permanent jewelry starts at $65. Not everyone is $65, but the bag charm starts at like $30.
Okay.
So I'm getting a lot of, in a way, demographics and people. Now I get like the teenagers that can afford $30 for the bag charms.
Yeah.
But also the whole tangent, but they found me through TikTok for the bag charms, but then they saw, look, wait, you also sell permanent jewelry. So now I have like multiple clients from different aspects and different revenue.
Yeah. So before we had this conversation, how much do you think, just out of curiosity, you think you could sell in coaching services? Like, what would be like wildly successful?
Say it again.
Or let me ask you this. What do you think would be reasonable for you to make in teaching services?
Oh, like revenue wise?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how many people want.
Yeah. Let's just say for the year.
For
Like, what's I'm trying to learn your perception.
Oh, I see.
You don't have to tell me what you're going to make, but like, what's your perception of like, oh, that'd be a good teaching business for me to make X amount of dollars for the year?
Can I do 6 figures?
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll pick a number though in 6 figures. Like 100,000, 200,000.
Only from teaching. 100.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
So I'm being serious here.
Mm-hmm.
I see no reason that you can't turn that business into $1 million.
The coaching business?
100%. No doubt in my mind. And again, just talking strategy, turning the jewelry like locations into more, how would you say this? Like, that's just the dojos, like to show the evidence that it works. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd be real curious if I were to do that, right? Like, and turn that bit, the training business, as like the flagship, and these others just more as like the proof, right? And we can always talk off camera if you want to get like really into the numbers, but the training scales exponentially, right? You can ladder it pretty severely, and you can also super custom fit it for your lifestyle needs. No doubt about it. Absolutely. Would you say? Full stop? Is that full stop? Full send. Yeah, full send.
Is it a lingo?
It is a lingo. Yeah, I don't know what
Full send.
So yeah, there's a woman that I saw recently. I forget her name. I'll give it to you off camera here. And when I saw this woman on I think it was like Instagram, I was like, yeah, that woman knows how to play the game, right? Because she does like a coaching thing. But right now, lady bosses are like totally in vogue, right? And you are that, if you don't mind me saying that, and you have actual proof. I would be real curious if you could turn that. In fact, I know you could turn that into $1 million a year business. No ifs, ands, or buts. 100%. Yeah. So, and then your margin is phenomenal, right? Because, right, just building like the infrastructure, the digital infrastructure to do it. Awesome. Is there anything else that's on your mind of like, oh, well, what if I dabble over here? Whatever, or is like these three things, that's the game?
Just for the jewelry?
Yeah, I guess you're still doing the lashes.
Yes.
What?
You're like, don't let go.
Yeah, 100%. Nail it down. Because at a certain time, right, like,
I see.
These things, they get into a traffic jam, right? Like, because it's like, well, if I have conviction over here and I could turn this into $1 million a year revenue thing, but then I'm spending 20 minutes over here on lashes where I'm making 10 grand a year. Why? Right? Like, just why? And then also, I would imagine that, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about here because I don't know your products in depth, obviously, but like, what do you see as your unfair advantage?
In terms of?
Yeah. So like, tell me why your jewelry's different. Tell me why your charms are different. And this is like super like honest corner.
Yeah, this is, why is it different? I always say that when you want to buy jewelry, you can buy it anywhere else. You can go to the mall and get it. You can go to Amazon and get it. You can go online and get it. But I think what we offer is the experience. It's the jewelry, like not just the story, but like the experience of people like getting it. I get addicted to when people say, "Oh my god, I love it." Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with it, and then we're gonna get more. It's different based on experience. Why is it like? Okay, let me.
Let's do it.
But I would say it's the experience of it, the way that they come to me, they see it, and that they want it. But it's also different in terms of like there's a story behind it. That's how we sell it, right? Like, oh, it's not just the jewelry, it's not just the bracelet, it's the jewelry with the meaning. Mm-hmm. You know, especially if you're getting with friends. Yeah. So it's different in that sense. But my trainings, the reason why I'm different, like, okay, this is something that I always ask my students. Yeah. Like, why me? I always ask them that, like, what made you book me? Because, like, if you'll think about it, there's other trainers out there. Yeah. There's, like, bigger companies who actually, it's run by multiple people and multiple, like, trainers. Yep. I'm just me. And the most common denominator answer that they tell me is that I love your videos. I love how personal you are. And I saw you doing it. Yeah. Like, they see me actually be in the pop-up doing it myself, that when they see me doing that, they're like, wait, she can do it, then I can do it too.
100%.
Yeah, so I think that in a way inspires them. Yeah. Because when I first started a jewelry business, my main target are lash artists. Because I'm already in the lash industry, right? Yeah. It's easy for a lash artist to add a service. Yep. Because they already know the grind. You understand, like, I need to grind, I need to make clients and all of that. But what I didn't realize is that I also, in a way, like, inspire, like, motivated people who I have a lot of stay-at-home mothers. Mm-hmm. They're like, I just need a side hustle for the weekend. And then now they have a full-blown business. And I'm so proud of them. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I thought I was just getting, like, people who's already in the beauty industry adding a service to whatever they're offering. Yeah, yep. And I even have students, my oldest one was 58 years old. Oh, it's 58 years old. It's 58 years old. Got it. 58 years old. Yeah. And, the fact that she does it in her book club, you know, like, cause it's so easy, not easy, but in a way, like, it's less tedious compared to, like, doing lashes, doing nails. And everyone loves jewelry. Yeah. Like, demographic wise with the lashes, my clients are mainly just like females. You know, mainly like 18s to their, I don't know, 30s, 40s, 50s sometimes. But with the jewelry, I also get the husbands, the boyfriends. Yeah. Yeah, and everyone in between. And even the kids. My youngest client is actually 4 months old.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So awesome. The mom wants jewelry for the kids. So
awesome. I love it. So, and here's what I'm getting to. You told me that your unfair advantage with the jewelry business is the experience, right? So you have your competition, right. And then what you're saying in the jewelry business is you have
the bigger companies.
Exactly, right? So you get this advantage. Now, how many units, if you had to quantify it, and bear with me because I'm a numbers nerd, if you had to quantify units, right? How many units of advantage do you have over the competition based off of the experience? Just make up a number.
I have 3 years of experience under my belt of like me consistently like actually doing it, not just like teaching it. Out of 100, I would say advantage from them.
Yeah.
I want to say 90.
Like why would they buy jewelry from you
right.
versus some of your competitors?
Oh,
I think you told me it's because of the experience that they have.
Yeah.
Is that right? Like the customer experience is a different feel.
It's the feeling that they get.
Okay, got it.
The way we treat them. In a way.
Right. So the way that you treat them, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to assign a level of points here. So let's say you have a 10-point advantage over your competition because, right, of the way that you make them feel, right? The way that you treat them, right? So 10 points. Now, how many points? So, and like, what's an example of that? Like what's one thing that you do to make them feel great relative to your competition?
How do I make them feel great?
Yeah. Do you give them like a coffee when they're there? Like, do you smile at them? Do you ask them questions? Like,
it's part of the pitch, I would say.
Okay.
It's part of the, and this is what I teach my assistants in how to like pitch it to them. Mm-hmm. I don't share my secrets. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Don't give too much. But
okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it's the way you talk to them on how would you sell it to them.
Sure.
I've had so many people literally come to my booth. They don't even want it, but they eventually got it.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, I think it's on how you talk to them. It's on the sales. And I practiced this, and whatever method that was, I told it to my assistant. She started doing it.
Yeah.
And she was like, dude, it works. I was like, yeah, it works.
Yeah, absolutely love it, right? So now let's say, like, who's a competitor? A big competitor, let's just say. I could buy charms from you, or I could buy charms from, who's the biggest competitor you could think of?
There's a lot.
Just pick one. Is Tiffany's a competitor? Like, could you buy charms there too?
You can, but like I would say they're in a different bracket.
Definitely.
Yes, different bracket.
Right.
But they are a competitor in a sense because people who wants to, I sell sterling silver. Tiffany sells sterling silver.
Yeah.
But then they're a big competitor because people buy the name.
Sure, but let's just say I would be one to guarantee that you have had customers who were going to go to Tiffany's, but is it Tiffany or Tiffany's? I don't know. Tiffany. So they could have gone to Tiffany, but they go to you because of the XQ thing that you were saying, the X factor thing that you were saying. Hey, part of like. It's the way I talk to them, right? Now, let's say that gives you 10 advantage points, right? Mm-hmm. Now, how many advantage points do you think you have as you, with your story, right, to other aspiring business owners? You came from nothing, right, from the Philippines. All of this thing, you've built yourself into a lady boss. You dropped out of college. You talk a certain way. You look a certain way. You have all of the charisma and so on, right? How many points of advantage do you think you have there?
I want to be humble.
Yeah, but don't.
Want to give advice? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can quantify that.
Yeah. If I had to force you to, my hypothesis is it's way more than the 10 advantage points.
Really?
Way more. Would you guys agree? Right, like as an example, right? So in other words, if Tiffany were to adopt your sales pitch, they could probably train a salesperson to say the words that you're saying, right? That's trainable. So they could gobble up that advantage real quick if they wanted to. They're not going to because like they try to hire right like the lowest common denominator. So you'll probably have those advantage points for quite some time. But the enormous advantage you have, right, is your story, who you are. Do you know how many women, if you don't mind me saying that, would want to be you? Does that make sense? So. No doubt about it, right? Like absolutely no doubt about it. So that's why you could command so much more, right, profit from your teaching, from your coaching programs. And I would probably change it from teaching to coaching, right? You probably already do that, but like that's the way that I originally thought. I was like, oh, she teaches classes. It's like, no, she coaches. And that coaching industry is enormous. Absolutely enormous. I mean, it's billions of dollars, right? And I'd be real curious if I were to like peek under the hood of your business infrastructure, if I actually saw that amount of resources disproportionately going to your disproportional advantage. Do you know what I mean? Like if I had a camera over your shoulder, I was like, oh no, she's spending this amount of time going here and here and here, and now she's with those damn eyelashes again and all that stuff versus like building this like coaching empire with the front retail spaces to give proof. Yeah.
Yeah. I do mentorship calls from people.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like 1 hour, pick my brain.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you do.
That's how
I'd probably stop that too, but yeah.
Really?
Well,
But about permanent jewelry, about the jewelry.
Yeah, so you are so valuable in your space that selling your time for money, like a direct, like, hey, book an hour and it's how much, if you don't mind me asking, how much you charge?
I charge $147.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. Right? Like, in a good way. I'm telling you to push on you, right? Like why, in my opinion, when you sell yourself like that,
right,
you're discounting all of that advantage 100%. Like right out of the gate, 100%. You know, so it'd have to be built in a way where the only way you actually get access, like one-on-one access, okay, cool, $5,000 for the hour, right? Do you know what I mean? Right? And I don't say any of this to sound manipulative. It's actually to capture the value that you actually bring. You're condensing a lot of years of trial and error to give to somebody who's just starting out, right? And then they can pick their own adventure. Hey, no problem. You want to spend $1,500? That's our group, right? Online. You want to spend more than that? Okay, great. You can come in person, right? There's value propositions at each one of those levels. But absolutely, I have no doubt in my mind you're sitting on a multi-million-dollar business just on this alone.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's more of like the push that I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's doubts. I mean, I'm not perfect.
Sure, you're a human.
So.
Yeah. But I'd be curious. Maybe sometime we could talk shop on that stuff because like that, even though it's like more abstract, it's coaching and so on, it's actually building the infrastructure to do it. The sales funnels to do it, the landing pages to do it, like all that stuff. And you probably already have a lot of it. But then it's just like, okay, getting over maybe some of, if you don't mind me saying, that's like some of the mental barriers. Like why don't you charge $10,000 for one of the levels?
I think for me, it's more of like, obviously I teach because I want people, like seeing my students, like succeed. I'm like, wait, that fulfills
Absolutely.
me.
100%.
But I'm like, I want it to be, in a way, affordable for people so they can start it. But the jewelry business is big on its own. Like the revenue in this is insane.
Yeah.
But I feel like, because some people, like, I charge them $1,500 like starting for the training, and it's like, it's a lot for them. Mm-hmm. But I also know, I'm going to tell you now, my competitors are charging way more.
There you go. How much are they charging?
Training starts at $3,000. Well, 2,000. It's fine.
Yeah, right. Like, there's so much meat on the bone. Like, you already have proof in the market, and you're undercharging yourself. And I would imagine that a lot of your competitors don't have your story. Is that a fair guess?
Yes, they don't do the grind that I do, I would say.
Right? How much, like, literally, if we twinned you up right now, like you had a Siamese twin, and it's like that twin was not in this business, how much would you pay to expedite, say, hey, just download all the information you have in your brain, put it in mine, I want to start this business? How much is it actually worth?
The twins' knowledge?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a lot.
Right?
And it's the stuff that I know now.
Exactly.
I just wish I knew it when I first started. It would have.
Yeah. And you're in the 6 figures of revenue. Right? So you could, let's say if you were coaching me and you're like, hey, Wes, if you just literally do steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, right, you're on a path to 6 figures in revenue because I've done it. And by the way, I'm still doing it and we're growing, right? What would be reasonable for me to pay for that?
It's priceless.
10 grand minimum.
I don't like putting numbers because I feel like it's, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and that's like the head trash, right? Like, I can tell you, I just paid literally for a niche branding coach.
Yeah.
Right. And that Kyle's working with now, $17,000.
No, I believe that. I know that.
Right. And that's just for one sliver of business. You're giving these people an entire business model. Right.
I never thought of it.
Yeah. So anyway, you can tell me to pound sand, but like, that's what comes up for me because you're a killer. You've already proven that in every single domain. You have a phenomenal story, right? Like the fact that you're not already a millionaire already is like, that's a good problem. Like you're just on your path. I wonder if some of the things I've said would escalate you there. In fact, I'd put money on it. You owe me a chocolate chip cookie when you get to $1 million in revenue through this method, and we'll call it even.
Okay.
Cool.
We can shake on it.
Let's shake on it.
We can shake
done and done.
I like the chocolate chip.
What's next for you? Final thing here as we send you off. Like, what's next for you?
Besides the whole scaling thing, Now you made me think about dropping the other video.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah, please.
So last week I went to Vegas for, it's called Magic Expo thingy.
Yeah.
And then my friend and I was like, well, maybe we can start.
Yeah, let's say. What other business are you going to start? Let's hear it.
It's a Pilates grip socks.
Okay.
So we already have a design. We have everything. It's starting. And now I feel like you're going to tell me to not do it.
1,000,000%. Yeah. Right?
But you got an exclusive there. I never told that to anyone.
Okay.
No one knows about it.
So again, and again, assume I'm wrong about all of this.
Okay.
But you owe me a cookie if I'm right. You owe me a cookie in two situations. If you do what I'm saying, what I'm telling you to do, and you scale it to 1 million, you owe me a cookie. If you don't do it, and your business is not at $500,000 next year or the year after, then you owe me another cookie.
Yeah, or a dozen.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, to me, would your current audience, buy those from you? Or would they see that as a pivot? Like, why is she selling Pilates grippy socks? 100%.
Sure.
Right? Like you are building your brand, which is, you already have it. Super hard to do. It's one of the hardest things to do, in fact. Right? And now you're talking about starting from zero brand again.
No.
Right? Because, yeah, it feels good to keep on playing rookie games.
Right.
It's like keep on playing the same video game over.
Instant gratification.
100%.
It's like, I know I can scale that again. And then you get stuck. So.
Exactly. So if it were me, I would stick purely with the games you're already playing. And I actually view it as one game. It's just the teaching and the two proof mechanisms being the jewelry store and then the charm store. Yeah, 100%. That's what I would do for what it's worth.
I like that.
Yeah, and then keep on going.
That's a good structure.
Yeah, and then once you get to 1 million, then I'd say okay, great, go to 10 million, right? Or go to 2 million, go to 3 million, go to 5 million, right? Like you were the one who taught me. It's like success is in the boring.
Yeah, it is.
Period.
I need to listen to what I say.
That's right. Right. Because you get efficiencies through all of those things. You get faster, right? You get better deals with vendors, right? You learn what vendors are available. Like all these things take time, right? But you don't just want to, in my opinion, you don't just want to throw that away because you want to get into grippy sock land,
It's a really good market right now.
So there's 1 million great markets right now. Doesn't mean you should be playing all. There's 1 million awesome sports you could play. Doesn't mean you should play all of them, right? Yeah, right. My opinion. Yeah.
Right. No, you're right, though. Yeah. I just need to slap in the face and be like, just stop.
Yeah, 100%. Final words of wisdom. Any final messages out there to people?
To who?
To whoever you want.
The ones to start. Like
let's say to the people that you serve, like, hey, I'm teaching these other women how to grow their businesses. What would you say to them right now?
Piece of advice. I can do 3.
Okay.
First, figure out your whys. That's the main part for me because my whys are I would say it's my driving force. On like moments where it's like, I don't want to keep doing this. I've had so many realizations of okay, I want to go back to school, be a nurse and I'm not saying being a nurse is it's just, I feel like I don't know, I grew up in a culture of having degrees, such an important thing. So I thought about it, but I just know that I'm going to be miserable at it because I actually love the whole entrepreneurial scene. But figure out your whys. This is literally the only thing that keeps me going on days where I don't want to do it.
100%.
Second, find your people. The people that you surround yourself with is so important. You don't even know how many times that I have friends that literally doubted me, but now they're not my friends anymore. But the people that I surround myself with, the people that I talk to, they're I would say one of the reasons why I'm still here in a way of doing what I'm doing. You know what? I'm your vulnerable, but third is for me, faith. I don't know if you're a big believer of faith, but faith is that one. I mean, I would say the whys are an important thing, but faith has helped me in every single way. And literally, like I told you about the great burnout 2024. That's the only thing that actually kept me going because I know I have a bigger purpose. I just didn't understand what it was, but now I think I have a good grasp of it. But faith was the main thing that kept me going in a way.
Love it.
Yeah. I don't know if people always ask me, how do you do all this? How do you do that? How do you find stuff? What keeps, I was I don't know. I prayed for it.
Yeah.
That's literally my answer. And I don't think everyone takes that for an answer, but literally people will ask me, how did you find this person? I don't know. I prayed for it.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
That's my answer.
Ree, you are super impressive.
Thank you.
Loved having this conversation. I'm honored to have it with you. So keep going. If I could ever be a resource for you, I'm 100% there for you.
Thank you. This is an amazing. Yeah, I hope you had good content on this. But I love all of it. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Success. Done and done. You're now added to the Filipino.